Hello everybody, just got back from my morning run and I thought to myself, what am I going to eat for breakfast this morning? I thought this is a good opportunity to make a video because I really like the shake I've been making recently. And I thought about all the qualities of the shake and why I think it's a really good shake to make is because it's healthy, delicious, and nutritious shake and it tastes so good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put mangoes inside of a blender. If you don't know a lot about mangoes, mangoes are actually mostly eaten in India. There's probably 1,000 varieties of mangoes. Mangoes are loaded with vitamin A, or I should say beta carotene that converts to vitamin A. They're loaded also with vitamin E. Very, very, very healthy fruit to eat. One thing I want to do is show you how to cut a mango up. Very, very simple to do. There's different ways of doing this. What I like to do is to go the center way long. There's a pit in the center of this, a pretty large pit. I like to actually cut away from this pit if I can. Sometimes you get a little black spot in here, you can cut away from there. What I like to do next is to try to get rid of the skin. And like I said, there's different ways of cutting a mango. I just found this works very well, especially for this shake. What I'll do is take away the meat off the sides of the bone. I found using a sharp knife works really, really well for this. The reason why I like doing it like this, I know you can cube it. I know there's different methods of doing this, but for some reason this seems to work very, very well for me. Let's get rid of that black spot. And what I'll do now is I'll cut this in thirds and simply fillet the meat off of the mango like this, as you can see. Thing about mangoes that I really like about them is I think they have a naturally sweet flavor to them, but what's good about mangoes is they're high in fiber, so they're a little bit slower to get digested as eating something that's really sugary. You're getting like the dessert flavor without actually eating a sugary dessert. So I really like that. In here I have 4 mangoes. Now you can adjust the recipe accordingly to how you'd like to make it. What I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add about 8 pieces of almonds. Almonds also high in vitamin E. And now I'd like to throw this in. This is a Brazil nut, if you haven't seen this before, loaded with selenium. Selenium works in congruency with vitamin E. They're saying the soil that we have today doesn't produce enough selenium. One Brazilian nut produces 100% of your selenium for the day. Works very, very well with vitamin E, works well with vitamin A and other vitamins, brings it all together. So I like throwing 1 in there, plus the flavor is nice too. I'm going to add some ice cubes, probably about 6 ice cubes in here. I'm going to add cinnamon. The reason I'm adding cinnamon, number 1, flavor, number 2, slows down the glycemic index, meaning how quickly sugar gets in your system, so I really like that. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to this. I might have to add more water later. We'll adjust accordingly. Put the blender top on, turn this on. I'm going to start kind of low. I'm going to crush the ice. It might look a little funny, but trust me, it tastes very, very good. Now, I'm going to add protein powder. If you don't like protein, that's okay. It thickens the shake up. Adds a high quality protein source to the mix. That's about 30 grams of protein right there. I'm going to add that to it. And I've said this before, and I've used these in past videos. These are raw cacao nibs, if you don't know what they are. They're actually the essence of chocolate. This is what chocolate comes from, but it's the source. They're actually bitter. It's not sweet like chocolate. But this is where it comes from. Adding this is a high antioxidant food. I know some folks say, hey, it hurts, you know, or it doesn't help me. And the fact that there's caffeine in there, there's some other drugs, there's some other chemicals. All in all, I think it works well for me. Everything in moderation. I'm going to turn this up for a second. Done. Here's the mango blast. And just so you know how this pans out, we have in this cup about 30 grams of protein, about 80 grams of carbohydrates, and about 12 grams of fat. For me, this is a good morning breakfast. You can mix this in 2 servings if you'd like. You can take some to work with you, give it to your kids, your wife, mix it up. But this is a great way to start the day. Loaded vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, folic acid, all of the nutrients that you need to start for a great day. Guys, I hope you try this shake and subscribe, leave comments below. Thanks, have a great day everyone.